Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're taking an absolutely mind-blowing journey. We're not just talking about history in the abstract here. We're talking about hearing, feeling, and actually interacting with humanity's earliest musical expression. It's a living, breathing connection to our ancient past, brought to us by DGEM. That's Diapason Global Education for Music.
Okay, let's dive right into this with a question that, honestly, kind of stops you in your tracks. What does 9,000 years of history actually sound like? Just pause and think about that time frame for a second. We're talking about an era way before the pyramids were built, long before written language even existed. We're so used to seeing ancient relics from these times locked behind thick museum glass, right? Totally silent and out of reach. But what if one of those relics wasn't silent? What if the exact notes played by our ancestors at the absolute dawn of civilization could still echo in a room today? Well, to answer that, we've got to look at the Jiahu bone flute. Discovered at a Neolithic site in ancient China, this isn't just some old piece of carved wood. It was meticulously crafted from the wing bone of a red-crowned crane. Now think about how delicate bird bones naturally are. Yet early humans somehow managed to hollow this out and precisely drill holes to create one of the oldest known musical instruments in human history. It's a stunning piece of acoustic engineering from the Stone Age. And the fact that a fragile bird bone survived in the earth for millennia to still play pitch-perfect notes today, it's nothing short of a miracle. Moving into Section 1, the Masters, an unprecedented cultural event. You literally can't have a 9,000-year-old sound without the people who actually know how to play it today. So DGEM is bringing in master musician Dongbo Yu, who is traveling all the way from China. And he isn't just any musician. He's the sole inheritor of this 9,000-year-old Jiahu bone flute tradition. Having an unbroken musical lineage passed down through generations to just one single person is incredibly rare. He'll be performing alongside Hong Wang, a world-renowned instrumentalist and innovator. Having these two master musicians in the exact same room, bringing this ancient lineage to life, is an absolute cultural milestone.
Next up, Section 2, the evening experience, which is way more than just a concert.
And this brilliantly illustrates why DGM's approach is just so revolutionary. Think about your standard concert. You go, you sit, you listen passively, and then you just go home. It's kind of a one-way street. But the DGM experience doesn't stop at a powerful live performance. Instead, it immediately transitions into an intimate audience Q&A. You're not just a spectator anymore. You become an active participant in a living historical event. This post-concert Q&A is where the magic really deepens, because instead of the musicians just disappearing backstage the second the final note fades, you get to engage directly with them. Every single concert actually turns into a question and answer session right after the show to heavily involve the audience. You can ask them firsthand about their unique musical heritages, dive deep into the history of these ancient instruments, and uncover the profound cultural significance behind the sounds you just heard. It completely shatters that traditional barrier between performer and audience. Which brings us to Section 3, the next day immersion, the hands-on workshop.
Let's move to and see how this builds across multiple days into a complete experience arc. Step 1 is that awe-inspiring live concert that sets the stage. Step 2 is the intimate Q&A we just talked about. And Step 3? Well, that takes it to a completely unprecedented level. The next day interactive workshop. DGM deliberately designed this so the music doesn't just wash over you and fade away. Let's look at exactly what happens in this workshop, because it is spectacularly rare. You actually have the opportunity to join the musicians up close and personal the very next day. You get to try their musical instruments, learn more about exactly how the instruments work, and where they originally came from. You can take pictures with the artists too. It's this amazing opportunity to try playing indigenous instruments yourself under the expert guidance of the masters. It's an unmatched level of immersion where you literally get to touch human history. Moving on to Section 4, the mission, preserving global musical heritage. Now, DGEM, Diapason Global Education for Music, is a fully licensed 501c3 nonprofit organization. Their entire existence is dedicated to preserving, elevating, and breathing life into global musical traditions that might otherwise just be lost to time. And here is where we really need to talk about why this matters so much and what you should take away from this explainer. What is the ultimate goal here? Well, all the proceeds and donations from these incredible events go directly toward developing and building dedicated music hubs within local communities. And the vision for these hubs is huge. They will eventually be used to teach kids completely for free all about music,
about their own rich cultures, other countries' music cultures, and how to actually play these indigenous musical instruments themselves. DGEM is building the future of cultural education, but honestly, we absolutely can't do it without everyone's help with donations.
So the crucial point is how they're choosing to say thank you for your support. To help fund this mission and physically build those free music hubs for kids, DGEM is offering an exclusive donation reward. You can receive a rare, faithfully reproduced 3D printed replica of the ancient Jiahu flute. And get this, it's exclusively authorized by Dongbo himself. You literally get to take a piece of a 9,000-year-old legacy home with you, knowing your contribution is actively keeping that exact legacy alive for the next generation.
Finally, Section 5. Join the community this October 2026.
This unprecedented event with Dongbo Yu and Hong Wang is officially happening in October 2026 in Las Vegas, Nevada. The exact date, time, and specific location are being finalized as we speak and will be announced very soon. Because those final details are dropping soon, you definitely want to be ready. You can email info@dgm.org or just visit dgm.org right now to join the mailing list. This makes sure you won't miss the announcement, but more importantly, joining the community is your first big step in supporting those donation efforts to build the free music hubs for kids we were just talking about. I want to read this quote directly from DGEM's materials because it just perfectly captures their ethos. Be part of preserving the world's musical heritage. Join our global community for exclusive performances, stories, and events. It's a true call to action. History isn't just kept alive by dusty museums. It's kept alive by passionate communities sharing it and supporting the education of the next generation. So I'll leave you with this final thought. Knowing that a 9,000-year-old sound still miraculously exists today, and knowing that your support can actively build music hubs to teach kids these beautiful, ancient traditions for free, will you step up to help keep humanity's oldest musical traditions alive? Head over to dgem.org, join the mailing list, and support the donation efforts to become a part of human history. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer.